Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Passion, Purpose, and Possibilities. Thank you for being here. Sorry. How's everyone doing? Beautiful Friday morning. Today, I want to get on and talk about the weather. That's what I feel like talking about the weather. And I'd love to post in the comments, where are you currently at when you're viewing this, whether that's live today, tomorrow, September, whenever. Post where you're currently viewing it at and what the weather's like while you're viewing it. I'd love to see that. That would be awesome. Right now, as of the filming of this here, Friday morning, March 4th, I am in just outside Salt Lake City, Utah, and it is overcast. I keep looking out the window. It is overcast. And the reason I want to talk about the weather is because I'm going to associate it to our comfort zones. Now, we all have many comfort zones, many different comfort zones, and they look different for everyone. You could have identical twins and still have different comfort zones. Um, and I relate that to the weather because when we get on the elevator, and that 30, 45-second ride or whatever to the floor we're going to. Beautiful weather today, right? Yeah, gorgeous skies or whatever. Can you believe the rain? Can you believe how much snow we had? I just got done with my driveway, whatever the conversation. It's an automatic go-to that we're comfortable doing, comfortable when we're in that situation. And also I'm associating it with perspective. Now, those words get used interchangeably a lot. Actually, sorry, just 1 second. I want to pull up a note so I quote it more correctly here. Sorry, give it a minute here. Now I'm going to quote a good friend of mine who's a excuse me, business owner, mentor, husband, father, great guy. If you don't know who he is, I'd highly recommend you connect with him, get to know him, and I will even put his name up so everyone can see it. So, great guy named Jared Ingram. Shout out to you, Jared. Awesome guy. Such a good heart. Such a great guy. If you don't know who he is, go find him. You can go to my Facebook profile and search my friends list. You'll find him that way. Or you can go to his website, jaredingram.com. In fact, I will put that up as well. Bear with me. I'm flying on the live here. So if you want to get to know him, which I highly recommend, go to that website. Great guy, great information. But getting back to something that he says, perception is what we see. Perspective is how we see what we see. So that's how he identifies it. And so I bring that back, tie that back to the weather. You know, how do we see the weather? Do we, when I look outside and see it's gloomy, it's natural, it's automatic for me to think, oh, blah, doom and gloom. Just like if something goes not as planned in your goals or in your schedule or in your project, the natural thing is blah. You think negative about it, or you give it some sort of negative association, usually. But tying this back to comfort zone, that's what we do. That's our comfort zone. That's our go-to. That's what our mind is comfortable doing. Is okay. Overcast skies equals negative equals blah. Or like when we go outside when it's snowing, we put on our coat, so we make minor adjustments and still carry on about what we were doing. If it's overcast like it is right now, I'm going to put on a jacket and still go do what I'm going to do. But do we do the same thing in our lives, in our projects, in our business, in our family, in our schedule, in our spiritualness, in our finances, whatever? Do we see one little setback and let it completely kill our momentum, completely deter us from what we're doing? Yeah, it might set us back a little bit. It might not be exactly as we planned or whatever, but what do we do with it? What are we doing in our businesses that are comfortable? What are we doing in our lives that are comfortable, in our family that are comfortable? Now, I'm not saying all comfort is a bad thing, but we're not growing, we're not expanding, we're not becoming better versions of ourselves by doing the same thing. If all we do all night is grab popcorn and watch TV every night, that's not a quality family bonding time, at least in my opinion. But you get the idea, you get the concept. Or if we get a little setback or something and we let it deter us, and let's say a road trip, we get a flat tire on a road trip, we're going to let the flat tire completely stop our road trip? Or are we going to maybe whine for a minute, then change the tire and continue on that road trip? And then also with comfort zone, what are we doing to grow, to get out of that comfort zone, to try new things, to do new things, to experience new things? What are we doing? What are we doing there? And I'm going to pull something else up. Okay. Sorry, hold on 1 second here. Oh, come on. So I'll just put this main one here. Again, rolling on the fly here. So yesterday I had the opportunity to be on a podcast show called The Other Side of Addiction. Now, it was almost completely out of my comfort zone. You know, it's some people I didn't know that were on the show. Some people I knew briefly. You know, it would have been so easy for me to make up an excuse and cancel it because I was uncomfortable. You know, it wasn't a normal thing for me to do right now. You know, and it would have been so very easy to just say, hey, I got stuck at work, or I got a flat tire, or I'm not going to be able to make it to the show. And that would have been super comfortable, super easy for me to do because it was my comfort. And a cloud came in my mental mind and said, oh no, something uncomfortable, better put a stop to it. But I am so glad that I did it. And here is the link to like their main show. They've got several of them. I would again recommend going to check out some of these shows. And again, shout out to Al Richards, great guy. Another guy I would connect with for sure. You know, but how often do we let that comfort zone stop us in whatever area of our life? You know, and another thing is you don't often think about what you're missing out on by staying in your comfort zone. Like yesterday, if I didn't go and do that interview, I wouldn't have met the people that I did. I wouldn't have been able to share my message on that platform at that time. I wouldn't have been able to get out of my comfort zone and grow more. I'd have been missing out on that. That would have been an example I would not have wanted to share to my son. You know, oh, if dad can just stay in his comfort zone, then so can I. You know, now I'm not saying I'm perfect at that. I've got a long way to go. But because I did that, I got reconnected with some people I've met before. I met some new great people. I had an awesome experience. I got out of my comfort zone, and I had another example to share with my son and with those around me. You know, what can come of getting out of your comfort zone. You know, what would happen if you never tried chocolate ice cream, or if you never tried lobster, or what would happen if you never went on that roller coaster ride, or if you never went on a cruise. You know, you would never know if you liked it or not. You would never have that experience. we would never have been to those places, done those things, met those people, whatever, if you stayed in your comfort zone. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives a little boost to your morning. If you got overcast skies like I do right now, don't let it throw off your whole day. Don't let it throw off your goal. Whatever your overcast sky is. What are the opportunities that could come from that overcast sky? What are the opportunities that can come from that detour or that flat tire? We've gone on many, many road trips, and some of my favorite experiences have been on detours we were not planning to take. We've eaten at restaurants that we didn't even know existed, and we still wouldn't have never have known they existed had we not had that detour, or that what we thought at the time was a setback. The places that we went to, the people we met, the things we did, the things we saw, the experiences we had. We wouldn't have had those experiences if we didn't have that setback, or what we thought as a setback at the time. And not only that, others know about that because of what we did and we were able to share. So now they can go experience those places and share in some of those same type of experiences with their family or their travel party or whoever. So I hope that helps. I hope that brings a little boost to your morning. Again, whenever you're watching this, please chat where you're at and what the weather's like. And if it's cloudy sky, what is the silver lining? How are you going to take that cloudy sky and make something positive of it? Or how are you going to take that setback and turn it into something good? So please comment. I'd love to read them. I'd love to see where everybody's coming from, see where this message gets. Please share this with your friends, share this with family. I've got lots of great content on my channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And have a great day. And always remember to live your passion, fulfill your purpose, and explore those possibilities.